Ahoy, hoy, everyone.
How's it going? I'm gonna just double check. Yep, yay, microphone's working.
Microphone is on.
Everything is on.
See us.
It's a Wednesday. Golly, how's it going?
We're here on the flight deck.
Yes, it feels like it's been a while, right? Like it's been
we've had
since Friday.
We've had a lot of different shows too, right? This is sort of a back to basics show today.
This is a back to basics show. We had so much going on. We had, those sets that Lego sent us that we put together, and
lots of guests,
tons of giveaways, lots of guests, and it's just been. And then, so if you notice, we didn't have a show on Sunday. I tried to post around about it, but yeah,
sorry.
No, I got my vaccination on Friday, the one shot one.
It knocked him back.
Yeah, by Saturday afternoon, I was feeling pretty poorly, and then it lasted until about Sunday evening, and then I finally started feeling better.
And then it was almost off like a light switch. It was crazy.
Yep,
like
it was
a couple of days.
Felt terrible, and then I felt great. So
yay!
Hooray!
It's working. So we're super happy to be back. Plus, we have new LED lighting in the house. Like, it's cheerful and colorful.
And we also have this awesome backdrop by Albert Lee.
Check that out.
It's so good as part of our backdrop challenge that we did. And we've been using everybody's backdrops. So, man, it's been fun.
It's good to be here on the bridge.
It is.
I know. I like having different backdrops all the time.
So I'm very excited. Oh, Fabby Fan MKE is getting their second shot tomorrow. So
yay!
There you go. Thank you. That's what I needed. Wow, and you got like the perfect amount of sugar in it.
Oh well, I try.
I kind of like a lot of sugar in my coffee. Anyway, so fantastic. So let's go ahead and see who's here.
You want to do that?
Wait another minute.
Why don't we wait another minute? But we can start off with Disney pins.
We can do that.
Yes. Are we sharp? Maybe soft is good because it's flattering. What do you think?
I think we're all right.
Right on. Well, I have this abominable snowman right here from the terrifying Thrill-A-Minute Up, Down, and Around the Icy Slopes of the Matterhorn Mountain.
Now, is it a Yeti?
No,
technically?
I think it depends on what park you're in. Like,
okay.
if you're on the what is it? The Everest Adventure.
The Everest Adventure.
Then that's a Yeti.
That's a Yeti, but the one
in Disneyland, I think I always called him the abominable, but I like to call him the abdominal.
The abdominable.
The abdominal.
The
snowman.
indomitable snow.
That's the one. So that's my Disney pin for today.
And I have got sounds low for you. Let's see.
Let's see, how about this?
I'll see if I can't crank up the volume a little bit of this mic. There, how about that? Is that a little better? We can
start shouting.
Hopefully that's...
I'm not gonna... it's peaking up into the yellow.
Yeah,
I think that's good, right?
Yeah, we try not to do that. There you go. Ta-da! Thanks for letting us know. We appreciate that. And I've got... what do I have here? I can't remember now. I do know.
You're getting fancy, I can tell.
I'm trying to. I've got.
It's got a green
pen. Out. It's got a green pen, but it is the Mad Hatter as a teapot. Yeah, I'm sorry for that weird color, but
it is amazing how much green stuff we have. I thought I had a bunch of shirts that I could wear a different shirt every day on the show, and about half my shirts are green.
I know. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, so there is, that's my pen. I'm going to put it on. It's going to be phasing out the whole show. I just realized I'll have like a little invisible
It'll
spot.
Be like we're on the electric company, just like video effects all day.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, you have like it's like that, like Death Becomes Her. You have like this teapot-shaped hole in you.
Well... Here you go. I'm not sure what's up with that.
I think we should say hi to people.
Shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there have been so many people in the chat, and I want to say hi to everyone on Facebook as well, and everyone who doesn't chat Because we don't know you're there, but I hope you're having a good time.
So, Fourth World Adam is here. Albert Lee, he of the awesome backdrop. Apples is here from Europe. How's it going?
Brickanista.
Brickham's Den. Brick Mandalorian Mosaics Art. Very
awesome.
Good. Chief Brick Geek. Chris Crooks Hideout.
LM.
Oh, Lego Masters USA in the UK. Chalice.
Chalice.
They're going to be showing it in the UK. Oh,
right
boy. Wow. All right. That makes me nervous. But, what do you know, we'll see how it goes. Cowboy Cornado is here. Ahoy, howdy. Darren Siegfried. Debo Bricks. Fabufan MKE. John Luttrell. Johnny Cat. Matthew Builds Bricks. Minifig Chick. MNRK is here. How's it going?
Monica Berry.
Moto is here. Hey, Moto. Osorg. Rob Zaccardi and the Zaccardis. Lana, Vanessa, and Elena. Smoke Up Johnny is here. After a brief absence, the triumphant return of the Hornburgers.
Welcome back,
Hornburgers. Good to see you. Wilfred is here. Bonsoir.
Zach Martinez
is here as well. Hi. And somewhere out there
is Kim
Zarachino. So,
well, we've got a space theme going on today, right? We've got a space backdrop. Flynn gave me this little rocket keychain for, I think it was for Christmas.
It was in your stocking for Christmas.
It's very, very clear. Well, if you couldn't tell, he was saying 3, 2, 1, fire.
Anyway.
It's very clear audio channel coming through there.
It was very clear, very clear. Okay, so there are... Oh, are we doing this next? Okay.
I don't know. We could.
See, this is a funny thing. Yep, see, there's Kim. See, I knew it. And Will Letchworth is here, too. I see. Hello.
Brick Mandalorian Mosaics Art, I know what you mean. He says he doesn't have enough SPACE for his Lego.
Agreed.
Who does? We did once, remember? We started off with a little drawer unit that was 3 cute drawers this big, and all of our spare Lego pieces that weren't part of that jet fit in there.
Here are it's time.
Yes, it is time for...
You guys, I'm sorry. It's been so long since we've done just a regular show that I don't
know the
remember.
rhythm, right?
My rhythm is all off. I don't remember how to do anything. But it's time for one of our favorite features of the day. It's...
Sticker set show and tell.
Sticker set show and tell. Ahoy, hoy, P.T. McEwen. How's it going?
All right, you got this one?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, look at that. We can see if Clicky helps here. We've got perfect. So this is from set 70902, Superheroes Lego Batman movie, Catwoman Cat Cycle Chase.
Yeah, this is so good.
It had has 122 parts. You get Catwoman in a purple cat suit, Batgirl in a yellow cape, and Robin with green glasses.
There you go. Oh, that's right. Like the Lego Batman movie, Robin with the big...
With the big, like giant
big
Sally
goggle
Jesse
glasses.
Raphael glasses from 2017.
Okay, so there we go. Those are today's stickers.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me think cat burglars, right? We had that cat burglar character who hung out on the modular for
on the top of the modular
time.
forever. Yeah, that was the CMF.
And you knew she was a cat burglar because she had a cat with her, too.
So, we also have today some viewer mail. Now, we got several pieces of viewer mail, and one of them is a little more suited for a different show. So we're not going to do all of them today.
All right.
But I did want to show, we got this awesome letter from Monica Berry. And, darn it, here. Let's get
we're going to show it like
top
this.
Cam.
There is so much green in the world. I like green.
There you go.
So check that out. I'm not sure, this looks hand-colored to me.
Yeah,
too.
so it looks hand-painted. Really fantastic little brick soleil. Very cool. Oh, Glenn Millett is here and just bought the Disney Castle. It's so good. Richard got
all those
that one.
stories.
Yep, that was a present for my 50th birthday.
One of these days,
such a good
I
build.
haven't done it yet, but one of these days I'm gonna light it because they look. The castle looks awesome lit.
Hey, brother from another brick, how's it going? Doc Sampson is here. Good to see everybody.
Oh, this is so cool. This is like a surprise pack.
Yeah, so there's some
Yay,
little
Bricks
stickers.
LA.
We need to find out where this sticker is from. I think it might be. I'm just guessing in my head, given by the number of the plate. I think it's the little gift with purchase turquoise car, like the 50s style car license plate.
Now, do I remember there's an Easter egg about the letters on the license plates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it the initials of the designer, or we'll have to look that up.
Well, because to me, so I thought of it as AM, like AM radio. It may not be.
It's
Sure,
like, we'll
Monica.
do this as a.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? We'll do it as another sticker time.
Here, I have to put this somewhere special because it's tiny.
Yes, brother from another brick. I am over 50. I am an old.
We're both
old
north
dudes.
of 50.
Yes, but thank you. Oh, I got it. I was right. It's the gift with purchase car.
Oh, cool.
License plate.
Well, thanks. That's cool. That'd be one of the smallest sticker sets.
And it's the designer's initials. So there you go.
Did I get it right?
You did. We both got it right. And also this freestyle little instruction booklet that came.
Oh, check out that monkey.
In a little packet that Monica had sent us for Christmas, which is adorable, and I've got over there. I hadn't opened it yet, but here's the little instructions booklet for it. It's like a little poly bag with like some, with bricks and stuff.
We love Bricks
bricks. And we love Bricks LA. And I miss Bricks LA. And we have another one here from PT McEwen.
Thanks, PT.
We have the Jay Garrick Flash minifig with this really cool hat, and I can't say why we need this, but we needed this.
Yeah, I'm super psyched about this.
He said Flash fig for you for your build, and you can never have too much coral. It's so true.
There's coral.
You can never have too much coral, so there is coral here. There are some coral quarter round tiles, and there's that cool helmet. There's an awesome AFOL sticker. And a great postcard. Lego paper. I want to say thank you both for your show. It's an uplifting and inspirational experience, something we all need over these past few months. I greatly appreciate your show and look forward to each episode. Cheers, PT. Thank you, PT.
So much. It's so thoughtful. Hey, check it out. AFOL.
I know. We'll have to put that on the car. We don't really have bumper stickers, but I think we're just gonna begin a bumper sticker trend, perhaps.
Bumper sticker trend.
We
could do that. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Oh, let's not lose that hat.
No, I pulled it out to show it, but it can't be one of those things where you put it in the safe place and then you wonder where the safe place is.
That's right.
Well, thanks. How awesome to go to
and like
the post office, and now we can build with those things.
And like I said, we have a package as well. So
which is like
be
a
looking
whole
out for
thing.
that. That's a whole thing also. So cool. Well, I am gonna have another thing here.
I will be right back.
Sip of coffee.
I'll just be a second.
Richard, so today we are. Well, thankfully there's somebody in the chair for you. Yeah, I love Coral the Mowgli. We're big fans of Coral on this show. So we are today going to be building this Amelia Earhart set. It was a gift with purchase very recently. We were lucky enough to be able to build it. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Doc Sampson. I forgot. We have Lego News. We have another feature, Lego News. It's a small set, so we'll definitely get to it. But I need Richard to be here for this because this is such a cool thing.
I'll be right there.
He's coming. And also, I want you to know, not only are we going to be building this Amelia Earhart set, but I have copious notes about Amelia Earhart, and we're going to learn some history about Amelia Earhart because she was so much more than a woman pilot who flew around the world and disappeared.
You have a bullet list.
A plethora of many
factoids.
So I'm going to be like...
Oh, here, I can open...
I'm going to be like Andy Dwyer doing his class speech on Susan B. Anthony in the women's studies class. So, you know, the thing I admire about Susan B. Anthony is she was born in... not gonna
and
do that.
if you know stuff about Susan B. Anthony, yes, about Susan B. Anthony and about Amelia Earhart. If
Oh
you
yeah,
know
feel
stuff,
free to share in the
Yeah,
chat.
let us know.
But I do have an exhaustive hour-long research for my paper. Okay, so but before we move on to that, Lego news, y'all. Lego news. So
today's Lego news is
Lego
very
news
swooshable.
is very swooshable. That's right. It is the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery.
This is big.
This is big. It is 2,354 pieces, and it is part of the Creator, 18 plus line. Obviously, you can tell from the packaging. And it's going to be available for $200 starting April 1st.
I saw a video on the internet, on the web, online. You always want me to say online.
Online.
On the
The web
interwebs.
is done.
Which I think was the designers. There's two. It was two guys swooshing this thing around, and it's substantial.
It's really
solid.
Yeah, it looks big and solid and really, really cool.
And I love those the special nameplates they do with them too, like a museum piece.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they always have the little signage. And then you know more about this than me, but what's that?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Flynn, for putting me on the spot. I'm going to take a wild guess and say I think that's the Hubble Space Telescope, but I can be wrong. Really, I have no idea. But I think it might be that they're servicing the Hubble Space Telescope.
Exactly.
Right, and it was with a shuttle mission that they went and fixed the lensing on it, so we get all those beautiful pictures.
So check it out. You can have it. I guess you can have it inside.
It's a convertible.
It's a convertible. Look at that. It fits inside.
That's pretty cool.
And closes up.
Now, you know what? I don't want a lot of sets. Normally, I'm not all about sets. I'm all about bricks. Get me bricks and I can build stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we need to have this. I think this is so cool.
You're hearing it here first,
Look at
folks.
that. Well, check out those solar panels. The NASA logo is so cool.
Well, and he wouldn't even let me get him the Saturn V rocket because I was going to get you that for your birthday. And wouldn't let
I don't
me
know.
get it.
I think it's cool.
very
Like I
picky.
would do like the micro Saturn V. But this is exciting. This is so cool. This is the best shuttle model I've seen.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, well, we'll put it on the list.
All right. It's not an emergency, right? We don't need to stand in line for this one.
No,
but it's pretty cool.
It will be coming to a holiday near you, I expect.
And this is another example. This is definitely holiday, like Easter.
Maybe. I don't know about that.
Pardon me.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
But at any rate, this is another example where it looks like they're aimed at an adult audience.
Yeah, with
right?
the adult, it's 18 plus with the adult packaging and everything.
It's okay, grown-ups. You can collect Lego. It's safe.
Well, but I mean, that's their whole push right now. They have a whole, adults welcome thing going on, and which is cool. Oh, so they're saying that the Hubble, those gold pieces are like Mylar, right? Like.
Really?
Kind of like the Monkey Kid, the Monkey King Warrior mech.
Beautiful.
Very cool. So
wow,
there
that's
you go.
Great. So does that mean you already have this? Is it out or it's just coming out soon?
April 1st.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I missed that part.
2,354.
So that's people have done research.
Yes, I looked it up. A couple minutes before we went on the air. I was doing far more research.
On Amelia
Earhart.
You know where I first heard about Amelia Earhart?
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yes, I was probably 10 years old, and Leonard Nimoy came on the TV for In Search of Amelia Earhart.
Yes, and if you were, yes, and that's where actually, I had read about Amelia Earhart. I was lucky enough to have been able to meet my great-grandfather
Cool.
and have a few years with him. And he gave me this huge, thick, like fake leather-bound book when I was a kid called Strange Stories and Amazing Facts.
Oh, awesome.
And it's where I learned about the Kraken. It's where I learned about the most haunted house in England.
I've never heard this story.
I know you've never heard it before.
Well, see,
but Amelia Earhart was in there, and then yes, In Search of with Leonard Nimoy.
It was probably right after the episode on Bigfoot and right before the episode on Bermuda Triangle. Right?
Yeah, well, that was a big
and then,
thing.
like, did she disappear in the Bermuda Triangle? I don't know.
Bigfoot was always in the opening credits. If you've never seen it, try and see if you can find it.
It's on YouTube. It's great.
Is it?
With Leonard Nimoy, it's great.
Oh, that's great.
It's so 70s. He's got these, like, major sideburns.
This is, Loch Ness Monster was on there. That was also in that book. All those things were in this book.
Psychic Phenomenon.
Sadly, that book got ruined in Katrina. Like, it got water damage. But, and he signed it for me and everything.
Oh, awesome.
It was one of my early dips into liking weird stuff.
Really, so my mom was a member of lots of book clubs. We always had tons of books in the house, and one of the ones was a series of encyclopedias called Man, Myth, and Magic, and it was all that stuff. It was all like,
Loch Ness Monster.
Well, yeah, it was that, and witches and ghosts, and all that stuff. And I read every page of that thing. Okay, loud noise. Watch your ears.
Yeah. Fourth World Adam says he spent too much time as a kid worrying about the Bermuda Triangle. I did too. We all did. It was like a thing for like a hot minute. Like it was a big deal. It's kind of hard to state like that it was kind of a big deal. It was like the meme of its time.
Oh.
Searching for Atlantis.
And memes before the internet lasted longer too.
They did, actually.
Do we have bowls around here somewhere?
Oh, we may have to go back to, bowls from the kitchen, because, darn it, I don't think we have any. But, like Lego says, let's not open all of the bags at once. Oh, there's 3 bag number 1s.
Right?
Sorry about that. I should have looked before I said anything.
Faith.
Alyssa's still worried about the Bermuda Triangle. Don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Well, remember there was this great show, which I've always been into sci-fi, and there was a great show also in the 70s called Fantastic Journey, which was this ship ended up disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle, and they basically went to another dimension, and Roddy McDowall was there in the other dimension.
Roddy McDowall was in the other dimension.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
It was great.
Let's see if this is going to work. I don't know.
But
Sorry,
it was
I'm having a
all
little trouble
like
here.
so. Every week you would see the ship disappear in a glow in the fog in the Bermuda Triangle, with lots of cheesy effects. You know what? I'm not even going to use balls. This is a small set. I'm just going to make piles.
Okay, well, let's start. Okay, so while you are going to start organizing this,
fact time.
It's fact time? Okay. Yes, so while we're waiting, while we're organizing the pieces, let's talk a little bit about, let's see, we've got this great instruction booklet. It's got a bit about Amelia Earhart in here. And yeah, we've got it in a few different languages, and then we start the actual build. But since I have facts for you, we're going to talk a little bit about the facts. So this is in the set. This is her with her plane, which was a Lockheed Vega 5B. Okay, but we're gonna get on that one.
Ooh,
but
cool propeller piece.
Very nice. So
printed tile.
You know what I really love about Amelia Earhart.
What do you love about Amelia Earhart?
She was born in Kansas in 1897. I'm sorry. It's a terrible joke about
your Cliff's Notes book report in front of the class.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm doing my Parks and Recreation gag, which like 5 people will get. The thing I really admire about her, and apparently she was homeschooled by her mother and her governess until she was in the 7th grade when she finally went to public school.
Awesome.
For the first time.
And lots of people now know how easy homeschooling is. Right?
Right, that governess had a job, I'm just going to say. And apparently they were, her mother did not believe in which was popular at the time, like girls needed to wear like frilly dresses and be like nice and good all the time. So she let her kids like do whatever they wanted. And Amelia and her sister were, at the time the term was tomboy, but that's how they were referred to by a lot of the relatives and people of the time. Like they were
awesome. So they went out and scrabbled around, and
collected bugs, and they were into all the what at the time was considered to be more boy stuff,
like flying planes.
Like flying planes, but that doesn't come until much later.
She had no idea.
Till much later. So there you go.
I like where this is going,
a little bit.
Flynn.
Okay, well,
I feel like it's a walk through the Smithsonian. Like with the little, you've got the headphones on with the little thing.
Do I need to do my docent? Do I need to do a docent voice?
I think you need to say docent a few more times.
It's
a good term.
It was on my word of the day calendar for today, so I was just trying to slip it in.
That's very docent of you. All right. So I'm almost separated here.
Okay, so
what else happened? What happened after first grade?
7th grade.
Seventh grade, excuse me.
Well, she did a bunch of different kind of schooling, but the really important thing that happened is she went to Canada to stay with her sister for a while, and saw the people coming in from soldiers coming in from World War I, and decided that she wanted to help. So she got nurse training from the Red Cross and became a nurse, and was a nurse during the Spanish flu epidemic. I'm looking at my notes. 1918. She was a nurse and nursed patients through the Spanish flu.
Wow. So they would have all been masked. Remember?
Yes.
It would be like.
And
wow,
so unfortunately for her, she got sick anyway and ended up with pneumonia.
Oh my gosh.
And ended up in the hospital for 2 months with pneumonia, and then had a year-long recovery time that she had. And she suffered from chronic sinusitis for the rest of her life. She had to have a drain tube thing.
Yeah. Well,
for a while.
You said that was a problem when she flew.
Yeah, and it ended up being a problem with flying sometimes and things like that. So.
Look at this. We're separated out. We have a ton of piles outside of the camera space here.
Now, I feel like they're going to tell me that we need 2 of these, but I don't see that it says we need 2 of these. All right?
Okay.
Bye, Moto. We'll see you later.
I'll see you, Moto.
What set is taller, says Glenn? The Disney Castle or the Haunted House? I think the Disney Castle. Or, they might be... Oh, you know what? I don't know. They might be right around the same size.
Looking at it right now, I'm going to say the Disney Castle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the haunted house is not 3 feet tall. I don't know. I think the Disney Castle has a taller tower.
Okay, let's see what other facts that I have here. And so she was going to go to Smith College and ended up going to Columbia instead, and did for a year, and took some medical studies. She further medical studies, and then ended up kind of leaving school and moving back. And then the big turning point in her life was in 1920. She went to an airfield with her dad, and she rode with Frank Hawks, who was a stunt flyer guy, a race flyer at the time. And that is where she
was like, I like planes.
Yeah, that's where she was really, really, really cool. It was a lot of things. So I'm sorry, that ended up like sending her off on all of this.
Oh, I understand. It was like a
turning point, if you
thank
will.
you.
She now I'm not obviously I can't go into like every single detail, but I'm trying to hit the highlights here, and there's a lot of highlights. I'm just saying. So she wanted to. She needed to pay for flying school, and it was expensive. And so she worked as a photographer, a truck driver, and a stenographer for the local phone company.
Really?
All jobs that she held down so that she could earn the $1,000 that it was going to cost to go to do flying school. And she was taught by a famous female pilot of the time named Anita Snook. And she was a very famous woman pilot at the time.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
so she had
a beginning.
She had a lot of support from her family. That's awesome. Like her dad introduced her to her first planes.
Yeah, and her mother actually with reservations. Is what I read. Her mother.
Okay, we've got like
I'm confused.
this, right?
Yeah. So her mother paid for
see.
part of the tuition against her better judgment, is what I understand.
Wait, I did something wrong here. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it's on one plate, and then it goes on to the...
there we go.
This.
Look, I did it all in front of everyone. They must be thinking I'm mad. What am I doing? Okay, and then we go like this, right?
That looks right.
1, 2, it's like this.
It looks to be on top, but I could be wrong.
But there's supposed to be 2 plates there. So we've got another one of these. But I don't... Oh, I see. Step 3, we're like this, right? That goes on top.
Yeah, they go like... It's then, up and down,
now
not
we're
across.
good.
Yeah, it's confusing. They go 1, 2, 3,
No,
4,
I just missed a thing here. But
Yep.
I'm all up to snuff
You're
now.
all caught
yeah,
up now?
check that out. Now this is going to go like that.
So, so then finally, after like paying the money to go to school, she managed to buy her own plane. It was a secondhand, bright yellow Kinner Airster biplane that she nicknamed the Canary, and that was like her plane for a while. And then in 1922, on October 22nd, she did her first milestone. She flew the Airster to an altitude of 14,000 feet, setting a world record for female pilots.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yep, it was her first female pilot record. And then in 1923, she became the 16th woman in the U.S. to be issued a pilot's license by the Federation, and I'm going to say this wrong, Aeronautique Internationale.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So there you go. There's more.
How old was she-ish?
I'm losing track of it. I didn't really keep track of her age here, I'm afraid. Like, we can do the math. Like, she was born in 1897, and this was in 1923. She got the pilot's license.
So she was 26.
There you go.
Did I get that right?
And so then, so she still wasn't like super famous yet, right? Like, no, there wasn't, she wasn't a household name at this point. I gotta say, this is surprisingly complicated for like a gift with purchase set. This is really nice.
Yeah, we've got all this upside down snot building right now.
Oh, and by the way, if we didn't know, do you know who designed this set?
I don't know.
Mel Caddick, who we had on our show, designed this set.
Oh,
yes.
That's awesome. I remember now. She does lots of gift with purchases, right?
She does. And I know it must have been such a great honor for her to have been able to do this, right? Like, what a great set to work on.
Oh, stickers. Are we going to wait on the stickers and do them? Let's wait on the stickers.
You want to wait? Okay.
Oh.
Well, I don't
Do we have Windex? I have Windex here.
You do? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, this is on like a 1x2.
Oh, everyone out there is like, oh, and great, everything's going to come.
Well, and these have to line up. These have to line up. So, okay,
sticker number 3.
How about some more facts while stickers are being put on? Is this boring, y'all? Am I like just boring you to tears with all this?
Well, Amelia Earhart is awesome.
She is awesome, but I don't want to, I don't know if people came for me reading bullet points.
It's okay. They're gonna. The nice thing is the action slows way down for stickers, so it's gonna be
okay. All right, there you go.
So there's less going on. Hang on a second. I got to see this right.
So in 1924, while she was like working on, really, this was like a hobby. Like she was doing a lot of cool stuff, but it was a hobby for her. She still had to have a job, like a regular job. And then she got a job as a teacher and then as a social worker. So she's already been a teacher, a social worker, a licensed pilot, a photographer, a truck driver, and a stenographer. I love this.
That'll work. That sticker's not perfect, but I'm not pulling it up because I don't want to get a crease in it, right?
Yeah, I think you're good. So one goes one way and then one goes the other direction?
Oh, yes. So I did this one already.
Very good.
Wait, I did do it right because we're upside down. There.
Ah, very good. And then there's one that goes.
Yeah,
very
and then
cool.
The other one.
Okay, so let's see where I got here. Oh, okay. So she, what else has she done? So other jobs that she did. She flew the first the first official flight out of Denison Airport in 1927. And I think that's near Boston. I've written that down wrong. And she acted as a sales representative for an aircraft company and wrote local newspaper columns promoting flying. And then as she started to get more famous, like people started to know more who she was and know her name, she wanted to become dedicated to making an organization expressly for female flyers.
Oh, well, that's
right. She was she was a big proponent of equal rights and women's rights and all of it. She was really amazing on so many levels. So she wanted to. So we've already had a transatlantic flight with Lindbergh.
Look, we're making another one here with Lindbergh.
Very good. Yeah, with Lindbergh. And she was asked to be part of, or to fly on a plane on a transatlantic flight, which she did in 1928. She was mostly a passenger. Somebody else did the flying, and it wasn't because somebody kept her from flying it. She just didn't know the plane. Like, it was a very modern plane. Like, she didn't really know how to fly it. So they had her come along, and she kept the travel log. So there was a pilot, a navigator, and then her.
Well, she probably brought a lot of notoriety to the event, right?
Yeah, well, she was. This is what will launch her now into really being a household name, like this flight that she takes.
Check this out. The inside of the wing here is all snot on both sides, and we're just gonna connect it together now.
So even though she was essentially a passenger, and she even said I think there must be a red. It's a red one, another red angled plate.
Well, but it looks like there's going to be some kind of snot work here, so I must have missed something.
Looks like a clip.
Yeah, check this out. Oh, there it is. I missed clips back here.
Oh yeah, okay. And a little red, and a red 1x3. It looks like.
Right. Thanks.
So, after this flight, she starts to get, like, people start to know her name, right? And here's something crazy. She, in 1928 and 29, she had, like, a publicity guy who was like doing all of the, like giving her all this publicity. And with this publicity push, she promoted luggage, Lucky Strike cigarettes, and she promoted clotheslines. And she actually sort of like started a fashion style that was popular at the time. It was like a much looser sort of like look for women than the period.
Skirt, dress, not pants. Was it pants?
Didn't look at pants. She just. I'm sure there were pants.
Well, because those pictures of her as a pilot, I always see her in pants,
right.
And the.
And I apologize. I didn't look at that. I should have. But she.
You didn't go into fashion design? Ugh.
No, I mean I should have looked more into that, but I was really trying to.
There's no reason for apologies. Yep. This is awesome.
Okay, so we've heard about all of these other jobs that she's had. Now here's a big one, and I'm sure you didn't know. She became an associate editor at Cosmopolitan magazine, and she turned it into an opportunity to campaign for. Greater public acceptance of aviation. So you got to remember, like when she was doing this, like plane travel wasn't a thing like it is now. Like there wasn't commercial air travel. Like people who rode planes were like daredevils and like adventurers, right? Like there was a big mystique about planes.
Trains were huge, right?
Yeah, I mean they were just like so that's what. Airlines planes were something that you went to the county fair and watched fly over.
Well, now, do you remember when I was a kid, I flew, I must have been like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, and I flew with my sister to visit our grandma in Indiana, and we dressed up, and everyone dressed up. Like, to fly, you wore your nice clothes.
You wore a suit. Now you wear flip-flops.
I know, flip-flops.
Well, because you don't want to have to take your shoes off, right?
Right.
Flip-flops. Okay. So anyway, she not only in her Cosmopolitan pieces, not only was like promoting air travel to regular citizens, she was also promoting women in flying. Like that was like her big thing. More women in flying. I'm going to get back here now.
She had a cool plane. I'm only working on the wings so far.
Yeah.
But, look at this. Windex is saving us right now.
So she became a big proponent of commercial air travel, and she pushed really hard for people to accept flying as like a legitimate mode of transportation.
I'm not doing that.
Places.
That's crazy.
I know. Can you imagine?
It's for the birds.
Back then, it must have been really. It must have been shocking and scary.
Like in little planes with propellers.
I still get scared getting on little planes and propellers, so I totally get it.
Did I do this right?
And she actually invested money and her time in setting up the first regional shuttle service, commercial regional shuttle service between New York and Washington D.C. So I know. So it's interesting, right? Like I'm not even halfway through the stuff that I wrote down, and I didn't even go into super in depth. But she was just, it
was like the SpaceX of its time.
I just mean she was so groundbreaking for the time, and it's interesting that we now, what people know about her is like, oh, she's that, the pilot who got lost.
Right, exactly.
Who disappeared.
And well, no one would have. You wouldn't have heard about it. It would have been just another,
Well, and she was again, like a huge proponent of women's rights in a time when that wasn't a very popular thing. And it was really, I don't know. I think she's incredible. And I was thrilled to know all this stuff, right? So.
Okay, so the tail section
is it,
goes on this
Did
universe?
I hear that it's Chris Chalice's birthday? Oh. Happy birthday, Chris. It's your birthday. Awesome. Oh, it's for tomorrow. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, we're going to take a little break from the Amelia Earhart history lesson and plane build for our very special guest, everybody. Please give a warm welcome to Logan. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
It's Logan. He's here to help with the plane.
And now we've got our vet told us that we should maybe give him a little bit fewer snacks. So he's getting these
fewer cookies,
little pieces.
He's getting chunks.
I want him to be more. Say hi to everyone. Hi. Can you catch? Oh, that was hard. It was so small.
Yay, Logan!
Yay.
What a good boy. Logan cookie time, everybody! Woohoo!
Right, and it'll be great because we're going to run around with him more, too.
Yes.
He'll be more of an athlete.
Indeed.
He'll still always be a cookie monster, though.
He will. He loves his cookies. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, well, he's very food-oriented, right? So it's easy to train him to do stuff, too.
It's very. All right, Top Cam.
Look at that.
All right, so shall we get back to our factoids? Sorry, I guess you're basically going to build this, and I'm just going to talk about Amelia Earhart, which is fine.
You may not know this about me, but I actually enjoy building Legos.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not helping, like, handy parts.
I'm all right.
Sort of focused on Amelia
There's only,
and her many accomplishments.
What, 122 parts in the set or something?
200.
200. Oh.
Okay, so back to the show.
Yep.
So then,
where were we just?
So, and then in August 1928, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the North American continent and back. So, there and back again.
Across the North American continent.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
no Bermuda Triangle.
Not yet.
North. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about that because she was so much more than that story.
So in 1930, she became an official at the National Aeronautics Association, where she actively promoted for the establishment of separate women's records. So the National Aeronautic Association just had like pilot flew or like name,
right.
And she advocated and got them to do separate records for women.
Right.
And then that ended up being taken on by the International Aeronautic Association. So after she got it established in the U.S., they established it everywhere, which is cool internationally. So already she's accomplished a lot, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
And at this point, she's 33.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, and then it was, there was a big, and then there came a woman's, like, aeronautic, like, it was like, she also did stunt racing and, stunt flying and races as well, not just international flights or national flights.
With all due respect to pilots of today who have to be, basically astronauts to fly a jet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you had to be a lot more of an athlete to fly these planes, right? Like there wasn't a lot of instrumentation. There wasn't, you had a stick, that was mechanically changing your flaps.
Oh yeah, no, there was no like air conditioning pointy thing to point at you. Like flying during this time, especially with these like little planes, was rough. Like you're just out there in the cold. Like there's there's nothing over you. You're just like
that's why they've
in
got
that little seat, and you got your big goggles
like
on,
like Snoopy,
and your flappy hat. It's that's intense, I think. Wow, I guess I better I gotta get moving here.
We're gonna slow down again.
We got stickers.
2 more stickers.
Okay.
Everyone's like, great, we're gonna slow down.
So she did this. So in 1929, there was a women's air derby. It was called, and lots of women pilots. And they from there, and this was a big deal.
Where is it?
And I want to make sure I have this right. She became involved in the 99s, which was an organization of female pilots who would provide moral support and advancing the cause of women in aviation.
The
99s.
Does it say what that stands for? Because it's not Maxwell Smart's partner.
No, the 99s was named after that's how many charter members they had when they first started the organization. Was 99 women signed on, and then she became the organization's first president in 1930.
Cool.
Yeah, so pretty cool. And she really advocated for, you know, women in aviation, and apparently the Bendix Trophy race which was a big air race in 1934 banned women flyers from being in the race
because they were doing so well.
I guess probably.
No, we can't have that.
Yeah, we can't have that. And then she was supposed to. So a very famous actress at the time was Mary Pickford, and she was they had a whole publicity thing set up where she was gonna fly Mary Pickford in her plane to the Derby. And when they said no women pilots, she publicly was like, "Okay, I'm not flying Mary Pickford to your event then. Thanks anyway." So yeah, there was no thing. What's going on there?
Nothing. I'm trying to show what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and then they'll see it's the second I mess up a sticker.
So that I think that's she. Yeah, I love that she was just like, "Well, forget you then. I'm done. Bye." And a Minifig Chick says it's still an active organization, which is really, really cool. No, Joel, there is not. There was no autopilot. You were, you know.
There was no computer, right? But they had radios.
Well, they
had to have radios.
They
right?
had radios, and that's how they could, you know, figure out where they were going. And there's more to that, which we'll get into later. But did you know also she was married?
I didn't know that.
She was married. She actually ended up marrying her publicist, who was also a publisher.
I married my publicist too.
She married her publisher George Putnam in 1931. She was actually engaged to someone else, broke it off with him, and then a few years later she ended up marrying this guy. And it was a very non-traditional marriage for the time. She was very outspoken. She said they said that it was an equal marriage, and that they both she didn't believe in men are the breadwinner. She was like, both partners will share equally in it.
Oh, awesome.
And it's also now, I don't know if
and publicly this would have been in all the papers.
Yeah,
right?
This was and you know, sometimes he was referred to as Mr. Earhart rather than, you know.
I would be Mr. DeMarco.
She was interviewed by a magazine who called her Mrs. Putnam, and she laughed at them, which I thought was great. So yeah, she I love that. I honestly didn't know, I did not know that she was married and that it was like that. And apparently she also told her husband at one point, and I think it was even before they got married, she's like, you know, sometimes I'm just going to want to go off and be by myself and do my own thing. So just so you know, which is awesome. I just love that.
Well, best they figure that out early on, right?
Right, exactly.
I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Oh.
So in 1934, she's gonna try flying across the Atlantic, I believe.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. She is going to fly from Harbor Grace, Newfoundland to Paris. And then what happens is she's almost there and starts having trouble. There's ice and the winds are really bad. They're not helping out. And she ends up landing near, instead of Paris, ending up in Derry, Ireland.
Oh.
And she still ended up as the first woman to fly solo nonstop across the
Atlantic. Wow, how terrifying that must have been.
And she received the Distinguished Flying Cross from Congress and the Cross of the Knight in London and, sorry, I think I read that wrong. The Cross of Knight from the Legion of Honor from the French government, and the Gold Medal of the National Geographic Society from President Herbert Hoover.
Sweet.
So she's got a ton going on. How that is to me just amazing.
Hard for a pilot to get more famous and have more accolades than that, right? accolades. Wow.
So of course now she's like super famous. Like she was famous before, but now she's super famous, and it's hard to, like she was really a celebrity in her time on the level of, gosh, I don't know who you would even compare it to today because everybody's a celebrity today, right?
Einstein, Stephen Hawking.
I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of like a modern equivalent, but, I mean, you know, like I said.
Oh, okay. How about Sally Ride?
Yes. Well, but even bigger than that.
Right,
like she had her face and her name on luggage and clothes, and I mean like she was really, really famous. So, all right. So there is a let's see where we're gonna go. Oh, so she was friends with Eleanor Roosevelt. They became really good friends. And she flew with Eleanor Roosevelt a few times, and Eleanor Roosevelt actually got a student flying license because of Amelia Earhart. She never got the full one, but she did get a student license, and they were friends and kept in contact like all through their lives. So
it was hard to see. It's hard to see there's a space underneath that 1x4 there with the bars on both ends.
Very nice.
Like that.
Cool. And then on January 11th, 1935, she became the first aviator, not just female aviator, the first aviator to fly solo from Honolulu, Hawaii, right here to Oakland, California.
Oh, sweet.
How about that?
I hope there's a plaque somewhere.
So other people had tried to do it and failed, and she was the first person to ever make that record. That's so cool. And then between like 1930 and 1935, like kind of going back a little bit, she set 7 women's speed and distance aviation records in a variety of different planes. So like all kinds of different aircraft.
7.
And then she also in 1935 established a business partner with a friend and actually did a short-lived flying school. So she actually taught flying, and which is amazing. Yeah, like Martha Stewart meets Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, so she sewed, and I was actually reading about the clothes, like when I was saying she worked on a clothesline or whatever, she actually sewed her own clothes for a long time. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, I see what happens here. Between this clip and this clip, there's going to be another of these things with the bars on it.
So she also joined Purdue University as a visiting faculty member to counsel women on careers, and as a technical advisor to its Department of Aeronautics. So she's worked at colleges, she's answered phones, she's driven a truck.
So it sounds like she was as strong an advocate for women as like Ruth Bader Ginsburg was, who like dedicated her career in addition to being a judge to, making things more fair for women.
100%. Absolutely. And she did a really good job at it. She was, she was a really amazing advocate. So then, and I believe, let me see.
That's more like it. Right?
So in 1936, the Lockheed Electra 10E, which is not this one that we're putting together. This is a Lockheed Vega 5B. This is an earlier plane.
All right.
This is a 1932 plane, so we passed by that a while back. But this is the plane that she did the first transatlantic flight in, by the way. Just to point that out, sorry. And I also wanted to mention, so I was saying that she flew to Paris but ended up in Ireland. But do you know how she proved when she left?
No.
Like how to prove that she did the flight? A friend of hers gave her the newspaper from the city that she left in, so that she had the paper with the date on it.
Oh, awesome!
She left on a date. It's so good. All right. So now we're getting up to the big one, right? first of all, she did in 1937 on March 17th. She did a first flight. This is now she's going to circumvent the globe. She's going to be the first woman to circumvent the globe. And it's just going to be her and a navigator. That's it. Just the two of them. And let me see.
Oh, what did I do here? There we go. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Chaos. It's okay.
So in 1937, they tried to do the first leg of the flight, which was from Oakland to Honolulu. Now, she'd already flown in the other direction.
Well, because they only had so big of tanks, right?
Right.
Is this top or bottom?
So she
there we go.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm redoing a bunch of stuff anyway.
So she was heading from Oakland to Honolulu, and the plane, there were problems, and the plane got badly damaged and had to be repaired. And so they had to go back. So they decided to try it again. And on the second flight, it was just her and the navigator. And the first one, there was a third guy on board, another navigator that they tried to work with, but apparently he was kind of terrible, so they linked him up with the other guy. So there you go. And then they departed Miami on June 1st, and after numerous stops in South America, Africa, and the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, they arrived in, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Lae, L-A-E, New Guinea, on June 29th, 1937. So they stayed there for a few days, and they took off from Lae Airfield. Now, they have since, by the way, now gotten back the plane that got wrecked the first time, right? So they've made part of the journey. Then they switched to a different aircraft and went another part of the journey. And then they got the old one back for this, what would end up being the last leg of the journey.
This is crazy adventure.
Right? This is crazy adventure. So on July 2nd, 1937 at midnight, the two of them took off from Lae Airfield in the Electra, the Lockheed Electra, and they were heading to Howland Island was going to be their next stop. There were radio messages. There was talks of not enough gas. There was talks of them not being able to find the island, like they were off. Because remember, they didn't have... You mean
like these are all over the radio?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have, like the kind of radar we have now to show you where everything is. Like, they just had to, they had to find it.
Dead reckoning.
Yeah. And then they just literally disappeared. They were, they're calling for help, and they were
calling for help. There was SOSs,
and they were saying we need, can you please send out a signal so that we can find you? And so they would send out radio signals, and at one point, so they could hear her, but she couldn't hear them, was the problem. And at one point she was saying, they said she was whistling for a while so that she could keep up a solid signal so they could try to find her. But it just didn't work out, unfortunately. So they searched and searched and searched. Her husband put in tons of money to try and find her, and she was declared dead in absentia a year later.
Oh, yikes.
And then it became legend because they just never found anything.
Right.
And then there were all these, of course, much like today, there were all these conspiracy theories about that they had landed on an island and decided
with
to
D.B.
stay
Cooper.
there. Yes, right. That she, that they had landed on an island, that they crashed in the middle, that they were taken captive. There was all kinds of things, but the fact of the matter is they never found any trace of them or the plane. And it became one of the, if not the biggest aviation mystery in the history of the world.
Crazy.
I think you could safely say that. So there you go. There is your
Well, I'm close here. Look, I'm ready to build her.
We're gonna build the base.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Well, why don't you hand me the base bags and I can open those up.
Here you go.
So there you go. That was that was your sort of bullet point history lesson on Amelia
Wow,
Earhart.
you fit a lot of facts in there.
Well, there was a lot. I have to say that I was really, I was just really, really impressed by how much more there was to her than just the, you know, again, like the pilot who disappeared, right? Like, just, and I knew about her, you know, I knew that she was a huge advocate for women's rights and all, but I didn't know to the extent, like, I was really, like, some of my favorite facts were the ones about her work, like the other jobs that she held down. Like, she held down tons of different jobs. Ooh, I'm gonna put together the minifigure. Is that all right?
Yes.
May I?
Yes, you may.
Awesome. Now we have we have a minifigure, folks. We have a minifigure. Oh, you know what? Another thing that she did that was considered shocking at the time, when she became, like, when she started becoming famous, she cut her hair all off. So, you know, we always see these pictures of her with the short hair.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she had long hair up until she got really famous, and then a lot of it was a popular style for lady aviators to have cut their hair short.
I wouldn't want long hair around propellers.
So let's take a look at this minifig. I wish she came with hair so that we could interchange it, but I'm gonna.
Oh, it's just long, short.
No, I mean, like, instead of just the helmet, I wish that she also came with hair. Like, she has her aviator helmet on, but we can find our own hair for her.
Well, it's a pretty identifying.
So I'm gonna hold this up
thing.
into the camera here. Oh, that must be a sticker. The map is a sticker? All right. So let's take a look at this minifigure here. And she is in bag 2. She's not like, sorry, I'm gonna try to get this.
Well, she's like, I'm not coming around until that plane's put together.
Right. Well, she's like, I'm not coming around until you get me in focus. There we go. So she's got a great face. She's got some freckles on there. I love her aviator jacket with the little tie thing. Oh, so apparently when she decided, there is some back printing on back there. When she decided she wanted to be, like, taken seriously as an aviator, she bought, like, a leather flight jacket to wear. And apparently she didn't want to be, like, laughed at by the other pilots for having a brand new jacket, so she, like, slept in it for 3 days so that it looked more worn in. So
I get that.
Yeah. No, that's not. I mean, I don't know if you would technically call that an ascot. An ascot is usually. I have a lot of experience in ascots, by the way. An ascot is usually partially tied and then flopped over the front like this, and then tucked into the shirt so that it's got, like,
very
this
Vincent
little,
Price.
yeah, very Vincent Pricey looking.
It's a Pricean look,
among other things.
Okay, what is going on here? We've got.
Well, so while you're building this, I'm going to go back over to this front camera.
I feel like there's
We'll go to this
something. No,
So-
maybe it's not missing.
Could you move over just a teeny?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, just a reminder, our build challenge this week is Lego fountains and water features. So this was Lego fountains was an idea that was presented by the Hornbergers as an idea for a challenge, and we sort of expanded it a little bit to include water features in case
So,
people
like
wanted
a
to expand
waterfall.
past fountains. But yeah, so, like,
An ocean.
it's up to you. Ocean, stream, waterfall, fountains, chocolate fountain, champagne fountain, like whatever kind of fountain.
The sub-ice ocean on
Sub-ice.
Europa.
Yes, there you go.
it on
Lava
Europa?
fountains, because lava fountains
There you
are
go.
a fountain.
Chocolate
I'm just
fountains.
saying. Yeah. So that is our challenge this week. And you can send those in, via the Google form. And I wanted to thank Monica Berry for putting the links up, and she's going to be actually taking over posting about the challenges, which we thank you for very much. I guess there were some links that went up on Facebook and Discord that didn't work, but we're replacing those, so that'll be fine. It's all good.
We're zeroing in here.
Yeah, we are super appreciative of the help, Monica, so thank you.
It's an ensemble cast, right? Like, it's not just us.
Oh, speaking of ensemble cast, do you guys know what Sunday is? Can anybody guess? Does anybody guess?
I know.
What Sundays is. I know you know, because I told you this morning.
Yes, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Guess what Sunday is? Sunday is our 1-year anniversary of streaming on YouTube.
A year.
And actually it would be the Monday. It's actually the day is actually Monday, but of course we're going to celebrate it on Sunday with a group chat and some other amazing stuff. So I can't believe that I can't believe
well, we've done a lot in that time. We've done a lot together in that time.
We'll have done, that'll be episode 215 on our 1-year anniversary. I can't believe it. It's just beyond anything that I could have possibly imagined was going to happen when we first started doing it.
I know, first night, what do we even do?
I know,
should we turned it on, like, hello?
Yeah.
Is anyone out? I don't think there's anyone. I was talking already, and he's like, "There's no one watching."
I don't think there was like, and then we added Logan Cookie Time, and suddenly everything went through the roof. But thank you so much to everybody who's been like sticking with us here for like a year. I still am just, it's hard to believe. So. We'll be having our regular guests, maybe some additional guests. We're going to be spinning that wheel. I know you'll be excited about that.
What does that even mean?
Spinning the wheel for the 1-year anniversary. And what else is going to happen? I don't know. Oh, we got a great video that Aubrey put together of some notable Logan Cookie Times that she posted. It was so sweet. I'm like, I was so sick. And then like on Sunday, and I'm looking through Instagram, and I see that Aubrey has posted a little compilation video of Logan Cookie Times.
It was so happy.
It was so sweet. It made me smile. I was really not feeling well, so it was a good. It was fantastic. So, what else? What else? So that's the challenge. That's the thing and the other thing, and golly.
Well, we only have so many stickers left. Oh yeah,
It's the map.
Why don't you put on the map sticker?
Oh man, I got shaky hands. Are you sure? You sure? Okay, let's see. Let's go. I won't top
if it's crooked, I won't tell.
I know, but everybody will see it, and it'll be embarrassing. But that's all right. It's not like I haven't embarrassed myself in front of all of you in the last year like a million times. Like constantly, pretty much.
It's our thing, right?
It's our thing. It's our thing to embarrass ourselves for your amusement. Dance, clown, dance.
in our office chairs.
In our office chairs. So golly,
what is going on there? We're building some kind of. What are we even building?
Oh, so I got to be on a little Instagram live stream with Ezra Bermudez. I hope I'm saying that right. It was fun hanging out with him last night, and Brett Hooper was there, and Manny from Lego Masters, who we haven't seen in quite a while.
Yep.
So it was really nice. Every show needs a hook. It's true. It's true. I know that. I'm just interested to kind of know where, kind of what people think about that. Well, it's not perfect, but I gotta say this is pretty good.
What, your sticker?
Yeah, the sticker's pretty good.
I think you did all right.
Every show needs a hook, so we've worked really hard to always have like subjects and content. To have something to talk about and do on all of our shows, and we hope that
like we're ridiculous, and at the same time, hopefully, there's some stuff that people who really like Lego would find interesting.
Yeah, but like after 2 years and a lot of shows, 215 shows, sometimes you just want to have like a chill one where there's just so I hope y'all like these Sunday shows where we just kind of get on and yak about Lego. They don't always have a particular subject, but
well, sometimes the stuff comes up that we wouldn't have anticipated otherwise.
Now, is this extra pieces?
Maybe things I forgot to put on the plane. I don't think so. I think I think it's extra pieces. That lightsaber is there.
Oh,
you don't want to lose her goggles, right?
I love the paddle that they use for the propeller. Right?
I haven't seen that piece before.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
It's like a super kayak paddle.
Yeah. Wow. Now those don't look like extra parts. Just saying.
They might be. I don't know. Here's what I have extra: 2 1x2s, a 1x1, pin to stud, 1x1 round plate, and a wrench. You think like maybe the plane would?
There's maybe extra pieces.
This is what happens if I service a car too.
Maybe that's what happened. Did you build her plane?
I hope not.
All right, so she's got, we've got, and I wanted to show you too, she's got this great,
oh, I see, you can put it on.
This map is a sticker, but it is not your everyday map, your everyday Lego map. It's actually, shows the flight pattern there with a little plane. Really cool.
There we go, and we've got a rocker hinge holding it on. That's a pretty awesome gift with purchase, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a really, really nice set.
The yellow pinstripe is really nice. It's actually, there we go, it's more lined up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look through where these 1x2s might have gone, because I'm just saying.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I see a couple of exposed studs on the struts down here. I don't know if that's, no, that's the way they are.
So really nice, right? Yeah, this is one of the nicer gift with purchases they've had in a while. Although I really loved the Scrooge one too. It was really great.
Good job, Mel Caddick.
Yay, and congratulations.
With this giveaway, you get almost like you get with the ideas sets, the cool information
right, and
presented.
you don't usually get those with a gift with purchase something that big.
Yeah.
So, they go on underneath the wings somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Oh, on the ends. They go on the ends under the wing. I can see there.
Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Justin Ramsden is here. Did I see that? Or is that just because Justin always
No, it's the way it is.
It's just It's really a beautiful set. And yes, Justin, the Monster Book of Monsters was awesome, and I loved its little chompy mouth. It made me really, really happy.
We went to the Lego store, people were pushing each other aside and jumping over the counter to get this gift with purchase.
Yeah.
It was a mosh. Okay, it was all very civilized and friendly and safe, but people were super into it.
Well, I gotta say that is the one thing about the. Oops, her little goggles are on upside down. That's one thing I have to say that I noticed. And there's lots of good gift with purchase sets, but when I think like with the history that this comes with and all of that, it's notable, and also I noticed. I've seen a bunch of gift with purchases come, online and seen people talking about it. And this one was one of these ones that I saw so many people saying, I've got to go and get that. I will spend whatever it takes to get that. Like, I must have that. I must have that. Yep. So, I was just amazed at the reaction from people about it.
Well, if I had a giant sized desk, I'd have more Lego on it. I have just a little tiny bit at my desk. But I think this plus that train, the anniversary train, would go really well together. Yeah,
well, they have that similar nice base with the rounded corners and stuff. But yeah, I think it's a great little set. Really fun to put together, and you got a history lesson, whether you liked it or not.
Look at all those bullet points.
Yeah, that was
how awesome. This is one that really stood out for me. Was that Cross of Knight of the Legion of Honor of the French Government and the Gold Medal of the National Geographic Society from President Herbert Hoover.
Yep,
that's so awesome.
I think it's and again, just who knew? Like, obviously the internet knew, but there you go. That was your day. It wasn't necessarily Lego history, but it was a history lesson. Oh, and speaking of Lego history,
it was Lego-ish.
If you ever want to, like, if you are an expert in some sort of Lego theme, and you would like to see us do a Lego history show on whatever theme that is, and even better, if you were willing to come on and talk about it, let us know.
Yep.
You know, we had a great show with Fourth World Adam when we did the Aqua Zone in Atlanta show. Had a lot of fun with that. So we're definitely like looking for.
Yeah, and Yana was on with stop motion animation.
Yep. Yeah. So definitely looking.
Oh,
for...
I'm sorry. No, you were talking about history.
Yeah.
But we're also, if you're expert in something in Lego and want to share that, let us know about that too.
Yeah, we would love to. We would love to hear.
We love these how-tos, and we've done a bunch of them already.
The history of or how-tos?
Both.
How-tos. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I kind of shifted there.
There you go. So, all right. Well, I'm seeing some people saying there's a spinny ball.
Looping.
So I'm not
we
sure.
better get out of here fast.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe
we could make a
Are we back?
graceful exit.
Can you see us again? I don't want to just like disappear if you're, it's going to be like swirling and then, okay, we're okay now.
Disappear like Samantha Stevens.
I know. Suddenly we're gone.
More like Serena.
That's a little closer. Yeah, and Jeannie too.
Yeah, I like your shirt today, by the way.
Thank you. A gift from Minifig Chick. I love this one. Well, thanks everybody so much for joining us today. We are, or if you're new here, maybe you don't know where you can find us. You can find us on Instagram at TrickyBricks. You can email me with questions or what have you, Flynn@TrickyBricks.com. If you want to send us something through the snail mail, you can do so at Flynn and Richard, P.O. Box 11517, Oakland, California, 94611. And I had such a great time researching that today. So thanks everybody for bearing with my school lesson. Now you can go impress your friends with Amelia Earhart factoids. Did you know?
Yeah, and I bet this made more people want this gift with purchase too.
Likely.
Is this still going? Like, if you get something now, you still can,
I think
or
it's done. Yeah, I think it's done. So, unfortunately, yeah. So, all right, everybody. Well, don't forget until we see you on Friday at 10 a.m. for the Fountains and Water Features Challenge. I can't wait to see. I expect it to be very relaxing. A very relaxing show.
Hear the babbling brook right now.
And please don't forget. Sunday is our 1-year anniversary show. We're going to be doing, I'm going to be having some guests, hanging out, spinning the wheel. It's going to be a really good time. Logan will be here. It's going to be mad. Just absolutely mad.
Madcap Adventures.
Madcap Adventures. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And until next time, please remember to stay safe. Stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get that vaccine, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Happy building.